Greetings. In this presentation on climate change in the Life Orientation classroom, we aim to highlight the importance of climate change as a matter of concern. As a life orientation teacher, you have a unique opportunity to engage your learners in meaningful discussions and activities about climate change, fostering their understanding and encouraging proactive involvement in addressing this global challenge. In this course, you'll explore how you as a life orientation teacher can address climate change in the classroom. First, let's understand that a healthy environment means different things to different people, and environmental issues vary by context. To tackle these issues effectively, we need insights from various fields like arts, humanities, sciences, technology, economic, management, philosophy, and spirituality. Environmental content is found in all subjects, including life orientation. It's crucial to know your subject deeply, especially its environmental aspects. However, knowledge alone isn't enough. We must use diverse methods to facilitate learning. Assessing learning is essential to monitor performance and achievement. Moreover, extending environmental content in practical ways can make a significant difference in the school environment. The Fundisa for Change program supports teachers in integrating environmental and sustainability knowledge into the curriculum. This initiative aims to build an environmentally sustainable and healthy society as envisioned in South Africa's Constitution. By adopting these approaches, life orientation teachers can play a crucial role in fostering environmental awareness and action among learners, contributing to the broader educational and societal goals. It is important for you as a life orientation teacher to feel comfortable with the topic climate change and also understand it deeply and what knowledge, values, and competencies are needed to address climate challenges that our learners will be facing. Life orientation is a good subject to be able to introduce these topics to your learners. To understand climate change, you need to be able to answer the following questions. What is climate change? How did our past activities cause climate change? What are the consequences of our actions, and how will climate change affect us on a global, community, and self-scale? What can we do to ensure a sustainable future on Earth by decreasing climate change effects and challenges? So let's start at the beginning. What is climate change? Well, one definition of climate change is that climate change refers to the long-term shifts in planet's weather patterns or average temperatures caused by global warming, the process of our planet heating up. Climate change is happening and is mostly caused by human activities that lead to serious and damaging effects. The primary human activities that cause climate change include driving cars, creating electricity from non-renewable resources, and cutting down trees. These activities release gases into the atmosphere called greenhouse gases, which slowly warms the planet, creating climate change. The main gases that cause climate change include carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, water vapor, and fluorinated gases. The sunlight, the solar energy, makes the Earth habitable, and 30% of the solar energy that reaches planet Earth is reflected back into space by the atmosphere. However, 70% passes through the atmosphere to the Earth's surface. The sunlight is then absorbed by the land, ocean, and atmosphere, and thus heats the planet. This diagram depicts the greenhouse effects and explains that in the last century, human activities such as burning fossil fuels and deforestation have caused a jump in the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The result? Extra trapped heat and higher global temperatures. So how did our past activities cause our planet to become warmer? For most of the last 800,000 years, the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere was between 200 to 280 molecules of greenhouse gases per million molecules of air. However, in the last century, the concentration has jumped to 400 parts per million. These higher concentrations of greenhouse gases, particularly carbon dioxide, causes extra heat to be trapped and global temperatures to rise. Even though plants, soils, and oceans can absorb carbon dioxide, they can't keep up with all the extra greenhouse gases that human activities are releasing. We need to stop producing these greenhouse gases that are making the planet hotter in order to reverse climate change. But where do the greenhouse gases come from? According to the Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change report, population size, economic activity, lifestyle, energy use, land use patterns, technology, and climate policy are the broad forces that drive nearly all human-caused greenhouse gas emissions. The human activities that relate to the production of carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, fluorinated gases have been identified as the following: electricity and heat production, agriculture and land use changes, industries, so that means factories, transportation, and buildings. Brendel is one of the world's leading climate change scientists, and from his research depicts that climate change impacts are already affecting our ecosystems, soils, seas, and societies. Predicting future impacts is challenging, but current models suggest an increase in storm frequency and intensity. There is also a predicted decline in agriculture, with grain production in the northern hemisphere and rice production in the tropic being compromised. The loss of coral reefs and ocean acidification could reduce fishery productivity by over half. Sea level rise rates might become exponential, posing significant problems for millions living in coastal areas. Moreover, about half of all plant and animal species in the world's most biodiverse places are at risk of extinction due to climate change. The World Bank reported in 2018 that over 100 million people could become internally displaced due to climate change, in addition to millions of international refugees. As life orientation teachers, it is crucial to incorporate these pressing issues into our lessons, helping learners understand and respond to the changes of climate change effectively. There is no scientific doubt that the climate of Southern Africa is becoming warmer. The atmospheric concentration of greenhouse gases is increasing, and the sea level surrounding the continent is rising. Human activities are by far the largest cause of these changes. The climate will continue to change throughout the 21st century to a degree mostly determined by human actions and the policies that guide them. Southern Africa is particularly vulnerable to climate change because of its geographical location and social-economic development state. It is already a warm region, projected to become warmer and drier, and has many demands on its institutions and finances in addition to climate change. Despite the daunting challenges of climate change, as life orientation teachers, you have a power to inspire hope and action in your learners. Embrace solution-based teaching approaches to empower learners with the knowledge and skills to make a positive impact. Focus on sustainable practices, innovative solutions, and community initiatives that mitigate climate change. By fostering a proactive, optimistic mindset, you can help learners become informed, engaged, and resilient global citizens, ready to tackle environmental issues with confidence and creativity.